Hello everyone, welcome to your weekly tech update, the show that explores the newest, coolest, and craziest side of tech available on the interwebs. I'm your real-life smart assistant, Ray McNeil. Coming up on the program today, we're talking about Airbus. The first flying car from the company has taken to the skies for the very first time. Robots are ready to ski, paint, and clean at South Korea's 2018 Winter Olympics. And happening in this week's What The? A truck driver plows into a 2,000-year-old archaeological enigma in Peru. That and a whole lot more coming up on your weekly tech update next. Hi everyone, kicking off the program today with Nintendo news. After Super Mario Run and Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, the next Nintendo game to get the mobile version is going to be Mario Kart. Following up on the company's plan to release 2 to 3 games per year, there's a Zelda game in development too, by the way. Mario Kart Tour is scheduled to arrive at some point before March 2019. And I'm hoping that's a typo and they actually meant 2018. Other than the title and vague release window, we don't know much else about the game yet. It will probably ship after the launch of Nintendo Switch Online. We know Nintendo's new online service will be available now sometime in September. The company didn't reveal much else other than the fact that it will remain free to use until the official launch. Meanwhile, Nintendo also recently announced that the Wii Shop channel is scheduled to close in about a year, and it will stop letting owners add Wii points to their account on March 26th. Nintendo has revealed a few of the features of its online service and that it will cost $20 per year. But that's about it right now. I'm excited about this. Tesla is planning a major expansion of its solar division to Home Depot, embarking on a critical test of the mainstream appeal of its renewable energy products. The tech pioneer, best known for its electric cars, is beginning to roll out Tesla-branded selling spaces at about 800 of the retailer's locations. The areas, which will be outfitted during the first half of the year, are staffed by Tesla employees and can demonstrate its solar panels and Powerwall battery. Lowe's, the second largest U.S. home improvement chain after Home Depot, has also been in discussions with Tesla about selling its solar products. Tesla, Lowe's, and Home Depot declined to comment on the plans. Home Depot had a previous relationship with Solar City, though. That's the company that Tesla acquired back in 2016 and has since retired as a brand, with salespeople in some stores trying to generate customer leads. But the products themselves weren't actually on site. They were just pictures on a wall. Now they will be highlighted in high-profile displays, which are 12 feet tall and 7 feet wide. Some locations will be fitted with visual demonstrations that show how the products actually work. Expanding Tesla's presence at Home Depot, one of the largest retailers in the world with more than 2,200 stores, will be a pretty good measure of its aspirations for solar. Several companies now have tried and failed to make similar products viable, but for Home Depot, Tesla's solar panels and Powerwall batteries are an opportunity to get a bigger presence from a popular brand. It's already been a robust period for the home improvement industry. Rising home values have spurred Americans to upgrade their properties. The average cost of a solar panel system is $10 to $25,000, with an additional $7,000 put in for the battery. Now, according to Tesla's website, Tesla's solar roof, which is just now hitting the market, is going to be about $52,000 on average for each home. Airbus recently took a huge leap forward, bringing a flying taxi to the public, flying its prototype Vahana aircraft for the first time. Airbus said its full-scale aircraft made 2 short flights recently. The self-piloted aircraft climbed 16 feet before successfully returning to the ground after the 53-second trip. The Vahana flew again the next day. That's in a company statement. No other details were given. The test flights took place at the Pendleton Unmanned Aerial Systems Range in Oregon. The 20-foot long and 18-foot wide Vahana is designed to take off and land vertically in small areas. It has helicopter-like struts and 2 sets of tilting wings, each with 4 electric motors. There's room for a passenger under the canopy that retracts kind of like a motorcycle helmet visor. The project is part of Airbus's expansion into new flying technologies through its Silicon Valley unit, A3. It's actually pronounced A cubed. Unlike the slow and years-long process of designing, building, and testing Airbus's airliners, Vahana's first flight comes just 24 months after A cube's founding. Future tests will further validate the company's technology, and the prototype will eventually test the transition from hovering a few feet off the ground to forward flight. Vahana has to master that transition if it wants to fly passengers from rooftops and skyscrapers in crowded cities. Executives have said that they hope to have more refined versions of Vahana ready to sell by 2020. Uber's Elevate project cited the Vahana project as a possible candidate to move the company beyond ground transportation and transform how people get around cities. Airbus's chief rival Boeing is also rapidly advancing technology for future air taxis. The aerospace giant last year acquired Aurora Flight Sciences. They're a maker of automated drones and aviation parts. The mayor of Louisville, Kentucky, wants to create the nation's first fleet of aerial surveillance drones programmed to respond to gunfire. Speaking to the press, Mayor Greg Fisher said unmanned aerial vehicles could be the key to curbing the city's gun violence. Louisville is one of 300 cities that applied for the Federal Unmanned Aerial System Integration Pilot Program, which provides funding and technology to cities trying to get a drone program off the ground. Only 5 cities will ultimately be chosen, though Louisville appears to be the only one proposing the unique gun violence detection angle. The drones would respond to gunshots detected through Louisville's existing ShotSpotter system. It's a series of acoustic devices placed around the city that are attuned to the sound of gunfire. ShotSpotter listens for the concussive blast, then sends the GPS data to police stations, usually long before 911 calls are made. In fact, police in Chicago have said that they're most useful in high-crime neighborhoods where people typically don't even call the police when they hear gunshots. As Louisville imagines it, surveillance drones would respond to gunshots ahead of officers to capture images of people involved on the scene before they can flee. While police technology has a wealth of privacy concerns, drones may actually be less invasive than CCTV because they're only activated in specific areas after gunshots are heard. What data will the drones capture? Will it be images or video? Does that include faces and license plates? Who will have access to that data and where will it go? And how long would that data be kept? Privacy experts are sure to have a wealth of questions should the fleet roll out. ShotSpotter is popular in areas with high gun violence, though advocates have complained that the tech doesn't solve the underlying issues, the prevalence of gun violence, and that people don't call 911 when they hear gunshots. Will sending drones help? Louisville officials say the project is still in its early stages. It's unclear how much the program would cost or if they'd employ the drones without the federal grant funds.